welcome to Tween Tuesday. I'm Miss Cindy from the South Brunswick Public Library. Now, you probably don't know this from looking at me in my giant sweater, but the weather has gotten a lot warmer recently and it's actually really nice out. Spring has definitely sprung, so I have a lot of like flowers and plants and stuff just kind of randomly blooming in my yard and on my lawn and stuff like that. Like, I'm not a gardener, I'm not planting flowers or anything, but you know, little flowering plants do crop up. You'll probably see them if you're outside at like a park or, you know, just in your own yard, your own green space area. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you guys how to take those flowers and plants and press them. We want to press them and dry them so that later we can use them. And what we're going to be using it for is we're going to make these like lovely natural little bookmarks out of them. They really add like a lot of flair, and you can give them out as gifts. You can, you know, obviously keep them for yourself, but they do turn out really beautifully. And depending on what plants and flowers and everything that you use, they come out really unique, and they also are super local. You know, you're obviously using stuff that grows near your house and stuff like that. So it's like a very beautiful personalized gift that you can give to yourself or to another person. So let's get to it. Okay guys, we're going to get started on our pressed flower bookmarks. What you're going to need are flowers or leaves, a heavy book, paper towels, some packing tape, and if you'd like, some cardboard or cardstock. First things first, I'm going to show you how to press the flowers so that we can get your pressed flowers. So I went out into my yard and I found these growing in, you know, trees and random areas. I just picked whatever looked nice. I didn't bother looking for anything specific. So now that I've got my plant life, I'm going to take a paper towel, and I have this folded. Open it up, and I'm going to place my flowers face down. Now for this one, which is like a fairly big flower, I have to take off this stem bit and just kind of smush it down. Be aware that for flowers that are kind of tall and vertical, you know, like this, they are going to get a little smushed when you do this. If you don't want that, you know, you don't have to do it. You can also press it this way. That's fine too, as long as it is pressed one way or the other. I kind of prefer doing it this way, even though it's a little jankier. But basically, just press it down. Same thing with these dandelions. I just kind of take this chunk out and spread them out. Now, because these are flatter, they're a lot easier to deal with. Just kind of put them down here. You also don't have to do the whole flower. You could just do petals. You know, it's really up to you. I'm going to press that one that way. I think I'm going to press these kind of sideways. All right, I think this is good for now. I'm going to take my paper towel and cover it. I like to give them a little press. Now I'm going to take my heavy book. I'm going to open it to almost the end here. And my flowers are just going to go in here. We're going to close the book. And what I like to do is actually take a lot more heavy books and just place them all on there and stack. If you have like dumbbells or weights, throw them on there too, or some books and then like some, you know, jars of pasta sauce or heavy cans or anything like that. Point is, you want these to get pressed, you want these to be nice and flat, and you're going to leave this for at least 2 days. I left mine for like 4 days just to be safe because I had some bigger flowers, but feel free to check on them every once in a while. So those are the ones I just did, and these are the ones that I left for a little longer. So they're dry, and because they're dry, that means that they're kind of delicate, so you want to make sure that you're careful with them. Some of them might stick to the paper. It's fine if it does, but try to be careful when you unstick them so that they don't rip. My little clover. And they feel kind of like a very delicate paper. They're very papery now that they're dry. You can hear them make noise. So now that these are done, I'm going to show you a couple ways to make a bookmark. First one is to take some cardstock or some cardboard. You can do it with, brown cardboard, like cereal box cardboard, and that's fine. But they might not pop as much against the brown. So I would probably recommend cardstock. So I'm just going to do this here. And I'm not going to keep the whole flower. I'm going to cut this in a bit. So I think this will be good. You just kind of design the way that you want it to be. And now we're going to take our packing tape. And we're going to very carefully place it on the paper. You see how I'm using my fingers to hold down the paper? That's because packing tape is a little staticky. So it's going to want to bring things up. So you want to try to get it not to do that. And I'm just kind of... All right. So now this is stuck to my table. I'm just going to unstick it. Oh, I used too long of a piece. And now it wants to go places. There we go. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this back. Doesn't matter if you fold it or not because we're going to cut it. But I'm just going to go ahead and fold, mostly just to get it out of my way. And now I'm going to cut my bookmark to the width that I want it. I'm just gonna cut this chunk here because it's not sticking, but I don't really care about the back. Press it flat. And you have a pressed flower bookmark on white. Now, I'm going to show you another way to do it. You take your tape, you stick it this way, face up. That's why I'm having such a problem letting go of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a mug here. It doesn't matter that it sticks. I'm going to unstick it later, obviously. And just another mug down here, which you can't really see there, because I don't want this tape moving up. So take that and I can pull it so that it's taut. So now I'm going to take my flowers once again. And this is the width that I wanted. If you want a wider one, you can always put two tapes side by side, overlapping just a little bit, but I think this is good for me. So I'm just going to place everything where I want it. Now be aware that this way you can't unstick it. So once you make your decision, that's it. That's all you're getting. That's the only chance you got. I'm just going to pull that so you can see it a little bit better. Oh, I just bumped into the camera with my glasses. I think I'm going to put, oh my gosh, I just did it again. I'm going to put this one, I think, here. Now, same as before, we're going to take our tape and we're going to put it over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this sideways so you can get a better look. And I'm going to move my mugs over to the edges more. Okay. I'm just going to move that one. And again, I'm using my finger here to hold down the bottom. Tape it and hold down. All right, now we're going to cut the edges. So cut that, cut here, and the sides, obviously, where the flowers are sticking out. Okay, nothing there. Just a little bit here, and a lot of bit here. And this one, as you can see, is a lot floppier than this one, which is a lot stiffer, but you get the fact that it's clear, so you can do either side, both sides, however you'd like. So there you go. These are my pressed flower bookmarks. I hope you find a way to beautify your indoor space with this. This is a nice way to add a little bit of color and interest to your stuff. So I will see you guys next time on Tween Tuesday. Bye.